Do you ever feel the immense weight of the world pressing down on you? A relentless series of challenges, each one seemingly designed to test your limits, to push you to your breaking point. It's a common human experience, this feeling of being battered by the storms of life, wondering if you have the strength to endure. You might question if this struggle is necessary, if there isn't an easier path, a smoother road. We often yearn for comfort, for a life devoid of harsh trials. But what if these very struggles, the ones we try so desperately to avoid, hold a secret to a strength we never knew we possessed? What if the path to becoming truly unbreakable isn't found in escaping hardship, but in meeting it head-on? This is not a new idea, but one championed by thinkers who stared into the abyss of human existence and found profound wisdom there. We look to one such mind today. The philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche, a name often associated with challenging and profound ideas, offered a radical perspective on suffering. He didn't just acknowledge struggle, he saw it as vital, as the very crucible in which true strength and resilience are forged. A difficult, yet ultimately empowering view. For Nietzsche, a life without difficulty was a life unlived, a potential unrealized. He believed that the human spirit, much like a muscle, requires resistance to grow. To shy away from challenges is to condemn oneself to a state of perpetual fragility, always vulnerable to the inevitable blows of fate. So why do you need struggle? Because, according to this perspective, struggle is the architect of your inner fortress. It's the raw material from which an unbreakable self is constructed. Let's explore how this seemingly harsh philosophy can become a source of immense personal power. Imagine a blacksmith's forge. The heat is intense, the air thick with smoke. Raw, unformed metal is plunged into the heart of the inferno. This is where transformation begins, not in cool comfort but in the searing embrace of the flames. The metal, glowing and malleable, is then brought to the anvil. The blacksmith's hammer descends, blow after powerful blow. It's a violent process, one of shaping through force and impact. Each strike, though seemingly destructive, serves a purpose. It's not punishment but refinement. Without the fire, the metal remains unchanged, shapeless. Without the hammer, it lacks strength and definition. Our struggles are the fire and the hammer. They heat us, test us, and shape us, compelling us to become something more than we were. Consider those moments of intense pressure in your own life, a difficult project, a personal loss, a daunting fear. These are your forge moments. They feel overwhelming, perhaps unbearable, but within them lies the potential for profound strengthening, for the tempering of your spirit. Nietzsche famously proclaimed, "That which does not kill us makes us stronger." This isn't just a catchy phrase, it's a deep observation about human resilience. It suggests that surviving adversity isn't merely about returning to a previous state, but about emerging transformed. Think of a bone that heals after a fracture. It often becomes stronger at the point of the break. Our psyche, our inner being, can exhibit a similar resilience. The scars of our struggles can become symbols of our capacity to endure and overcome. This doesn't mean seeking out needless pain. Rather, it's about changing your relationship with the pain that life inevitably brings. It's about recognizing that within every challenge lies an opportunity for growth, a lesson in strength. When you face a difficulty and navigate through it, you don't just solve a problem. You also learn about your own capabilities. You discover reserves of courage, ingenuity, and perseverance you might not have known existed. This discovery is strength. Each overcome obstacle builds a layer of this inner fortitude. It's an incremental process. The minor irritations you handle with grace, the larger setbacks you meet with resolve, they all contribute to this growing sense of being unbreakable. Nietzsche wasn't glorifying suffering for its own sake. He was highlighting its instrumental value. The goal isn't to suffer, but to become the kind of person who can withstand suffering, extract meaning from it, and ultimately transcend it. Consider the archer. To launch an arrow with force and precision, the bowstring must first be drawn back, creating tension. This tension, this resistance, is what gives the arrow its power and its flight. Our lives often mirror this principle. The moments of greatest resistance in your life, when you feel pulled back, stretched to your limit, these are often the prelude to your most significant advancements. They are building the tension necessary for a powerful launch forward. What if you reframed stress, not as a purely negative force, but as the tension the archer needs? The pressure that, if harnessed correctly, can propel you towards your goals with greater strength and focus than you thought possible. This doesn't diminish the pain or difficulty of the struggle. It simply adds another layer of meaning to it. It suggests that even in hardship, there is a purpose at play, a shaping force that is ultimately in service of your growth. Think of a majestic mountain. Its peaks are not reached by an easy stroll. The ascent is arduous, demanding effort, resilience, and the willingness to face discomfort. The air thins, the path steepens, muscles ache. This is the nature of climbing. Why would anyone choose such an endeavor? Because the view from the summit, the sense of accomplishment, the perspective gained, are inextricably linked to the difficulty of the journey. The reward is proportional to the effort invested. If the path were flat and effortless, the achievement would feel hollow. The struggle itself imbues the destination with value. Similarly, the summits of our personal growth are often reached via the steepest, most challenging paths. Each step on that difficult path, each moment of wanting to turn back but choosing to press on, builds not just physical endurance but mental and spiritual fortitude. It teaches you about your own capacity for perseverance. So when you find yourself on a difficult ascent in life, remember the mountain. The challenge is not a sign you're on the wrong path, but perhaps an indication that the view from the top will be all the more rewarding. Nietzsche also introduced the concept of amor fati, loving one's fate. This isn't passive resignation, but an active, enthusiastic embrace of all that life entails. The joy and the sorrow, the triumphs and the struggles. To love your fate means to wish for nothing to be different. Not the past, not the future, not the present. It means accepting that every event, every challenge, has been a necessary part of the tapestry of your existence. This is a radical act of self-affirmation. It means saying yes to life in its entirety. When you can look at your struggles and see them not as mistakes or misfortunes, but as integral threads in your unique story, you unlock a profound peace. Amor fati transforms struggle from an enemy to be vanquished into a teacher to be honored. It allows you to find meaning even in the most difficult circumstances, because those circumstances are part of your fate, your unique path to becoming. This doesn't mean you won't feel pain or sadness. It means that even amidst those feelings, you can affirm the value of the experience itself. You can say, "This too is part of my story and I embrace it." Another key Nietzschean idea is the will to power. This is often misunderstood as a desire for domination over others. In its deeper sense, it's an internal drive towards growth, mastery, and self-overcoming. The will to power is the force within you that seeks to overcome obstacles, not for external reward, but for the sheer experience of exerting your strength and expanding your capabilities. It's the drive to become more. Struggle provides the perfect arena for the will to power to express itself. Every challenge is an invitation to exert this inner force, to push beyond your perceived limits, and to grow in the process. When you consciously engage your will to power in the face of adversity, you are not a passive victim of circumstance. You become an active agent in your own becoming, constantly striving to create a stronger, more capable version of yourself. This inner drive is not about seeking comfort, but about seeking challenge as a means of self-expression and self-creation. It's the joy of overcoming, the satisfaction of growth, that fuels this fundamental will. So how do we practically apply these powerful, perhaps daunting, ideas in our daily lives when faced with struggle? It begins with a conscious shift in perspective. It starts with how you frame your difficulties. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" try asking, "What can this teach me?" Or, "How can I use this to become stronger?" This simple rephrasing can shift you from a place of victimhood to one of empowerment. When a challenge arises, pause. Acknowledge the difficulty, the discomfort, the fear. Don't suppress these feelings. But then, consciously look for the potential for growth hidden within the adversity. Remember the blacksmith, this is the fire. Remember the mountain climber, this is the ascent. This struggle is not random, it's an opportunity to forge your resilience, to earn your perspective. Break down overwhelming challenges into smaller, manageable steps. Each small victory is a swing of the hammer, a step up the slope. Celebrate these small conquests. They are building your unbreakable core. Cultivate self-compassion during this process. Nietzsche's philosophy is not about harsh self-criticism. It's about recognizing your inherent capacity for strength, which includes being kind to yourself as you learn and grow through trials. Practice active acceptance, which is different from passive resignation. Acknowledge this is hard, and I have the resources within me to meet this. This is the essence of amor fati in action, embracing what is and finding your power within it. Identify the specific strengths that a particular struggle is calling forth from you. Is it patience, courage, creativity, resilience? Naming these qualities helps you to consciously cultivate them. Reflect on past struggles you've overcome. Remember how daunting they seemed at the time, and acknowledge the strength you demonstrated in navigating them. This history of your own resilience is a powerful resource. Understand that becoming unbreakable is not about becoming impervious to pain. It's about developing the capacity to experience pain, learn from it, and continue moving forward, stronger and wiser than before. The promise of this perspective is profound. The very things that threaten to break you are the instruments of your making. Your struggles are not impediments to your journey. They are the journey to becoming unbreakable. Each time you choose to face a difficulty with this mindset, you are actively participating in your own strengthening. You are the blacksmith and the metal, the sculptor and the stone. This is not about a one-time transformation, but a continuous process of becoming. Life will continue to present challenges, and each one will be a fresh opportunity to deepen your resilience, to further temper your spirit. The unbreakable individual is not someone who never falls, but someone who always rises, stronger and more determined each time. They have learned the alchemical secret of transmuting pain into power. This strength isn't brittle, it's flexible, adaptable. Like well-tempered steel, it can bend under pressure without breaking, always returning to its true form. This is the resilience born of accepted, integrated struggle. As you navigate your life, begin to notice the subtle ways struggle is shaping you. Pay attention to the small moments of resistance and how you meet them. Each is a miniature forge, a chance to build. The fear of struggle often causes more suffering than the struggle itself. By reframing it as necessary and beneficial, you can approach challenges with less trepidation and more curiosity, even a sense of anticipation. This perspective doesn't offer an escape from life's hardships. Instead, it offers something far more valuable, the conviction that you are capable of meeting them, and that in doing so, you become something extraordinary. To become unbreakable is to develop a deep trust in your own capacity to endure, to adapt, and to grow. This trust is not a gift. It is earned blow by blow, step by step, in the arena of your life's challenges. Embrace your struggles not as curses, but as opportunities. See them as the essential ingredients for forging an unbreakable will, a resilient spirit, and a life rich with the depth that only overcoming can provide. Remember, the medieval knights wore armor not because they never expected to be hit, but precisely because they did. Their armor was a testament to their willingness to engage, to face the blows and continue the fight. Your resilience is your armor. It is forged in the fires of adversity, shaped by the hammer of challenges, and polished by your persistent will to overcome. Each struggle adds another layer, making you more formidable. This path is not about seeking ease, but about cultivating an inner state that can find strength even amidst chaos, and meaning even in hardship. It is the path of the spiritual warrior, the self-master. The next time you face a daunting obstacle, remember Nietzsche's challenging wisdom. Ask yourself, how can this make me stronger? How can this experience contribute to my becoming unbreakable? True strength isn't the absence of fear or weakness, but the courage to act despite them, to learn from them, and to integrate their lessons. Struggle is the university where these profound lessons are taught. The journey to becoming unbreakable is lifelong. It is not a destination to be reached, but a way of being, a constant dance with life's challenges, met with an ever-growing inner fortitude. The greatest works of art, the most enduring structures, often bear the marks of their creation, the signs of stress they have endured. Your life, too, can be a masterpiece shaped by its challenges. Do not wish for a life without storms. Instead, wish to become the ship that can navigate any storm, its sails strong, its hull sound, guided by the unwavering light of your inner compass. The beauty of this philosophy is its empowering nature. It places the locus of control firmly within you. External events may be unpredictable, but your response, your growth, your becoming, these are yours to command. So the next time struggle appears, greet it not as an unwelcome intruder, but as a demanding yet ultimately rewarding teacher. It arrives with a gift, the opportunity to become even more of who you are truly meant to be. This understanding doesn't magically erase difficulty. What it does is infuse difficulty with purpose. It transforms suffering from a pointless burden into a meaningful process of profound self-creation. You need struggle, not because life is cruel, but because you are capable of incredible growth. Your potential for strength is unlocked by the very resistance that life offers. Embrace it. Let this wisdom settle within you. The path to becoming unbreakable is paved with the stones of your challenges, each one overcome a testament to your enduring spirit, each one a step closer to your most powerful self. The unbreakable spirit is not born in calm seas but forged in the tempest. It is the quiet confidence that whispers, "I have faced storms before and I will face them again, and I will endure, I will grow." So carry this insight forward. When life presents its inevitable trials, remember that within you lies the alchemical power to transform struggle into strength, adversity into advantage, and to emerge, time and again, truly unbreakable.